for someone that's kind of starting out, how would you recommend even starting to make those kind of connections that are going to pave the way for their kind of future success?
Yeah, cool. I think the best way is just telling people what you do. So letting people know. I think there's ways. I think I mentioned this in some of my old video. I think there's ways you can do it without sounding pushy. Like I'll meet some people sometimes, and they're very very pushy to let me know they're a photographer or videographer, and that's great and it's good to know. But there's so like what one example I always use is let's say I met someone with a bit of status or a famous person or celebrity or something like that. I mean, one of my traits I've picked up over the years, I don't put anyone on a pedestal. I don't care how big they are. Maybe if I bumped into like The Rock walking down the street, I'd be but I still, it's like if The Rock come to me asking for work, it's still going to be like the same process. Obviously, it's probably the worst, not a
You're
good
just going to
example.
shrug it off.
But like what I mean is try just to like, it's weird. I mean, I think just utilizing all of like your services around you. Like, there's so many Facebook groups now. Like, if you live in your local area, it might be like caring about London or, caring about Northamptonshire or, Leeds videographers or photographers and just starting down with initially with like your friends and family, your core, like let them know what you do. Like, because if anything, word of mouth is still one of the best marketing tools out there. So there's a couple of different routes. So I'd say you've got word of mouth. So just reaching out to like your general family, friends, just letting all of them know exactly what you do and say to them, oh yeah, like, I'll do my video work. Like if you ever need any bits, like just give me a shout and leave it at that. Don't be, pushy. Just like, oh, look, if you need anything, like let me know. And then sort of you can then lead that into another thing, which is cold approaching people. Now, a good way to do that is everyone, no matter where you live, even if you live in like central London, if you just picked all the businesses within like a 1 mile radius of you, and you can look up, most businesses nowadays have social media content or like Instagrams, Facebooks, go on their pages and see what they're doing. And if they're not putting out what you would see as like good video content, good photography content, try and judge, okay, do they already have someone they use? Okay, they're not using anyone, they're just using their iPhones. Go into them, go in, maybe buy like 1 or 2 coffees so they sort of get to know your face a little bit, and then just maybe say, oh look, I was wondering, like, have you guys ever thought about having a photographer come in and do some bits? Look, I'm starting out, I'm more than happy, and there's 2 ways you could do it. You could either charge them quite cheap, like £100 for your time, or you can be like, look, I'm willing to offer. I tell you what, there's a sentence I've got which my housemate said, and it sums it up perfectly. I've got it saved in my notes to use if I ever do it in like with clients in the future. And it is such a good line, and it's keeping it very corporate and business and professional, but basically saying, look, I'll do the first one for free or discounted in order that we can then have a discussion about future work in a paid manner. He's using it in like an event space, so in terms of like shooting nightlife events and festivals. This is what he goes. So guys, I'll shoot an event at no cost in the interest of developing a working relationship with yourself.
Nice.
So that is essentially saying, I'll do something for cheap or for free. And you can spin that however you want. So you could spin that and say, I'll shoot at an event at 50% cost in the interest of developing a working relationship. I'll work to X amount. Like you can spin that however way you want. But the part in saying, in order to develop a working relationship with yourself, is essentially saying, hey, look, I'm going to do a video for free or for cheap to show you what I can do. And then after that, you can then see the value that I can give you and provide you to your business. Then after that, we can talk business and talk money and, how much.
Yeah.
By doing that, I mean, I've done lots of videos in the past, for free or for nothing. I mean, a great example, I don't think I can name the person, but I did for someone who's quite high profile. It was their birthday party. I did their birthday party video for free. I even actually paid. I was in Greece at the time, and I paid to come back to shoot the video, did it, delivered it, and all that. 2 days later, and there's lots of influential people there. There's music stars, all this. 2 days later, I get a phone call. Hey, Reece, it's blah, blah, blah here from XYZ. Need you, just wondering if you can come out to Ibiza and shoot something of one of my villas. And I've got some content I want to make while you're out here. Da-da-da. Let me know the price. Cool, cool, cool. So I just priced it as normal. So I said, oh, like, how did you find out about me? Because it come out the blue. So I didn't meet him at the party. And so I've said to him, like, how did you find out about my stuff? He's, oh, I met you at Yan. Screw it. Oh God, right. I'll say it's Yanamizes. So yeah, it was at Yanamizes' birthday party. So, oh, I met you at Yanamizes' birthday party. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, but I haven't put out any content from that yet. And he went, no, but if Yanni's using you, then I know you're good for it. Nice. And off the back of that, I probably got like 6, 7, 8 grand's worth of work. So okay. I think it's, do people, and I would still, there's still jobs now that, I haven't done something for free. Actually, no, a great example is, someone I'm working with at the minute, like I'm doing a lot of content for free for them and working with them sort of on a daily basis because I know in the long run, I'm going to get my payback from it. So it's sort of your personal investment. It's a lot of people do, sort of crap on, don't do work for free, don't do this, but it's a great way to get your foot in the door. Like when I wanted to get into weddings, I couldn't charge people for weddings. So I put something on Facebook saying, I will shoot 2 weddings for free. Let me know if you're getting married. And it went insane. People sharing it. Like people underestimate the power of the Facebook mums, honestly, because it's unreal. Like if you can get into your groups on Facebook and, there's so many groups and stuff like that. If you just reach out, even put something on Facebook. If you're putting it on Facebook saying you're willing to do free work, if you were to do it with businesses, the problem is then you then get 10 businesses say on it and you then pick 2 and then the other people say, okay, well, actually, I'm actually charging for this service now. You sort of backed yourself into a corner. So if you're going to a business, I think better to do it on a one-on-one basis. You've got Instagram DM, go into the business directly, say, oh, hey, just wondering if I could speak to the manager. I just wanted to talk to them about a couple of bits. Get the manager's attention. You can speak to them, say, hey, look, just wondering if you need any photography, videography content. It might be that you ask 10 businesses and they all say no. But if you're offering it for free, more than likely they're going to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, like we'll give it a try. And you know what? You may do it for free and they may then not want you after. But guess what? You've now got something in your portfolio that you can use and you can now go and charge the next client. Just because the one you've done free work for doesn't get you back for more work, doesn't mean you've lost. If anything, you've got something you can use now in your portfolio. If anything, you're in exactly the same position because you're now just going to go and charge clients money.
But then you've got better skills from doing that video.
Exactly.
And that's exactly how I started. And I made a video on how to kind of go self-employed because I kind of wanted to give the same value that you gave to me when I first watched your video. And one of the things I said was do work for free, but never expect that person to have something for free and then pay for it afterwards. Because if they've got that value for free, it's hard, like psychologically, for them to pay for the same thing. Obviously, it can work, and obviously you said that you did. But if you expect to get nothing from it other than improving your skills and improving your portfolio, then it's just a win-win, isn't it, for everyone?
Exactly.
Really.